Okay, so it's been 20 minutes ago that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7, the final season, just ended. This is the end of the series, and I have to say, I'm bummed. Like, it was, I'm okay, like, they ended it nicely, but oh my gosh, I'm so bummed. Like, I, Phil Coulson is like awesome. Like I've loved him since Iron Man 1, and he's been awesome. So it really sucks to see the whole show that's basically been centered around him to be gone. And like it was rough enough when you see him die in Avengers, but like obviously they bring him back and they do a whole bunch of adventures and everything else afterwards. But it stinks, and it's unfortunate that he he never got to see the Avengers again. He never got to tell Captain America, his idol, that he was alive. You know what I mean? Like, he never got to tell Hulk or Bruce Banner. You know what I mean by Hulk, Bruce Banner, any of the Avengers, Iron Man, any of them. And it really bums me out, man. Like, they had 7 years to make that connection happen, but they didn't. They didn't make that connection happen, and it's just like, come on, man. By the way, you like the shirt? Spider-Man, I love it. It's awesome. I can't pick. If you were to ask me to pick one particular moment in the entirety of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I wouldn't be able to do it. Like, which one would be my favorite moment? I wouldn't be able to do it. It's all of it's great. Like, I've enjoyed every season. Just seems to get better for me. It's I understand this is a DC property, but it's similar to Smallville. I absolutely love Smallville. In fact, one of these days I'm going to have to do a Smallville video or something, or do a whole bunch of Smallville videos, because I constantly rewatch that series. I've been rewatching it since it ended back in 2011. But yeah, this started in 2013, and it just ended, like, just now, just tonight, final episode. And man, like, if you haven't seen this, by the way, I'm gonna try my best. Well, I mean, there's spoilers in this, okay? There's gonna be big spoilers, so I don't know. I don't want to spoil too much. I'm just letting you know that it's very likely that this is going to contain spoilers. They ended it on a sweet note. Thankfully, nobody died at the end. Like, everybody was alive. They had a nice little virtual meeting at the end, and it's just like, but God, missed opportunity, man. Like, seriously, how do you not tell Cap and Iron Man and all the other Avengers that freaking Coulson's not dead anymore, that he's alive? He was brought back in the first season. Literally the first episode, Coulson was there because the Fury brought him back. And then all this, like, 7 years of time passes, and they don't tell anybody. They just you know what? Let's just leave the Avengers hanging. Yeah, the whole point of his death was to, like, motivate the Avengers to take down Loki and the T'Chari. But after that was done, after they defeated the T'Chari, they defeated Loki, they did all that stuff. I mean, come on, they did Endgame, and like, the Avengers went back in time and everything else. They never once did anything with Coulson that whole time. And it's just like, how do you not? Like, how? Coulson's been there since Iron Man 1. Literally, his first appearance was Iron Man 1. Like, why? Why not? I don't understand it. I think so thinking back and trying to think of, like, one of my favorite moments. I know one of my favorite moments. It's the new Ghost Rider that they introduced into this whole thing. That was really cool, but that's older, so I don't feel so bad about saying that out loud. I freaking loved the Ghost Rider from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Johnny Blaze as well, but I really, really, really like the guy that they got to play Ghost Rider. Just so much history. Like, I don't it's emotional. I'm sorry. I'm not crying or anything. I'm just really both happy and sad that like they left it the way they did. They brought back Lola, which by the way is an amazing futuristic flying car that he hasn't had in years. And he got it back. They gave it to him, and that was freaking awesome. It also had like some sort of super advanced paint job or something, which like transformed as it started flying off, which was really cool. They finally showed Fitz this entire season. They haven't done anything with Fitz, and like, well, they've been. The whole point was that Simmons wasn't supposed to know where Fitz was, and so she couldn't. Like, they put a memory implant or something in her neck into her brain to avoid her from remembering, and obviously it worked really well because she didn't remember the entire time. But then, you know, you see Fitz in this one. He comes through a freaking quantum bridge, like it's from the quantum realm. Like, they incorporated literally like Doctor Strange connections into this, and they also connected Endgame somewhat to this. Like, it wasn't like huge connection, but like it was like a nice, like, you know, basically mention of it. And it's just like, okay, that's cool. I like that because obviously, you know, the whole point of the show was supposed to follow the timeline of the MCU. Like what happens in the MCU is supposed to reflect it. Like in the first and second seasons, that's when, you know, what happened. They reflected the Hydra thing from Cap 2. They did the Thor, the Dark Elves thing from Thor. It's been really cool, but like they haven't stayed on point when it comes to like all those characters, like all the movies. Like they haven't bridged them all together. They've been mostly separate, which is unfortunate because it's such a good series and they do such amazing storytelling, but yet they don't seem to get the connecting right all the time. But that's my biggest complaint about the series, is that it wasn't connected enough with the MCU. No, I'm sorry, that's my second biggest complaint. My first biggest complaint is the fact that they never freaking brought Coulson to the Avengers after he was brought back. And he was brought back literally right after he died. Like, right after Loki stabs him in the back, he gets brought back. Literally by Fury. He's not dead for a year, and by the time that you know, he comes back again. So why not tell the Avengers? I don't know. Well, yeah, this season was great. I loved it. It was awesome. Like I said, every season gets better. I'm just sad to see it go. Thank you, Clark Gregg and Chloe Bennett and all the other amazing people from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You guys have really, like, given me a huge, like, Marvel fanboy, something to enjoy and watch. Just sad to see it go. But if I were to give it a 1 out of 10 this final season, this final episode, I'd give it a 10. It'd be okay, no, 8. 8.5. Just because they, again, never told in the entire series that he was still alive. Big loss. Big freaking loss. But, okay. Well, I'm going to end this. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.